Well, weather-wise, we're in a good spot compared to where we were, and that is that the heavy rain has now left the Houston area.
Good.
The heavy flooding rain has left the Houston area. We still have a couple light to, at times, moderate showers, but we should not see more water from the sky, making the situation in Houston and the Houston region worse. That weather has moved to our east. It's affecting Beaumont and also southwest Louisiana, the Lafayette area, up to Shreveport eventually. Flash flood warnings there. So zooming into our local area with Tropical Storm Harvey sitting about 35, 40 miles offshore and moving east, northeast at 8 miles per hour, which is good. It's moving. We're going to start to see even these remaining light showers dissipating toward or after sunset, and maybe, just maybe, we'll even see some stars later on tonight. So let's talk about where the heavy rain is right now. Liberty County, it is still raining. This yellow, based on the part of the storm we're on, the yellow is kind of a soft rain, but there's just a lot of little raindrops, and it shows up as yellow. The oranges and the reds is where you start to see that heavier rain. That's where there's still a little bit of a flooding concern here because, well, a little bit, let me rephrase. That's where this rain could make the flooding worse, where you see the oranges and the reds. Obviously, huge flooding concern. But down in Harris County, where you see the light blues and the darker blues and even a few yellows mixed in, this is just enough rain to make the streets wet. It's not enough rain to cause even puddling or acute puddling. When I say acute puddling, I'm talking about the flash flooding that can come up. Now, farther to the south, let's check out the Pearland, Manville, Alvin area, Brazoria County. The edge of the rain right now is in Angleton and Bonnie. There's no rain there. It's moving out. So I know we are watching waters rise right now in Pearland, specifically neighborhoods that have not flooded before around Pearland Parkway. All the feeder roads along Beltway 8 on the south side seem to be flooded at this point. I mean, very flooded. And we're starting to see rises in the water levels in neighborhoods like around Westminster and Broadway. And Pearland Parkway in Westminster, those neighborhoods there between 518 and Barry Rose Road. We're watching you guys. I'm watching you very carefully, obviously. Heavy rains continuing in League City. This is very heavy rain in this location, but it's starting to move out and also weaken as far as its rain. But as of this morning, 49.5 inches or so falling near Friendswood, Mary's Creek area, and still raining there. But the heavy rain, thankfully, the really heavy rain offshore. We are starting to get gusty winds, but this is offshore and east of our area. So it'll go like this. At first, we'll start to see the puddles and the standing water on the road in areas that had standing water because of the initial heavy rains on Saturday night starting to drop. However, all that runoff will go into the small rivers, which then lead into the bayous, which then lead into the big rivers. And unfortunately, we're not done yet. Even though the rain's going to stop and we'll see sunshine tomorrow, the rivers are going to likely crest tomorrow into the day on Thursday. Same with some of the bayous. And so we'll continue to watch that for you. And with the latest information, we'll let you know where the water is, especially on the Brazos River, in relation to the height of those levees in some of those communities in Sugar Land and also in communities in southwest Brazoria County like Columbia Lakes that had experienced that levee breach earlier this morning, resulting in the mandatory evacuation. Also monitoring the San Bernard River and the Colorado rivers in Colorado and also Wharton counties. So along with the rain and the clouds, the wind is also going to move out of the region. Right now we're looking at gusts around 30 miles an hour. By midnight tonight, we're going to see these winds starting to dissipate. So it'll still be breezy tonight. But by tomorrow, after a breezy morning, for our Wednesday afternoon, we'll have the sun coming out, the winds should calm down, and I hope we can find some hope without water slowly starting to recede, but it's going to take several more days. So let's talk about the track of this system. Harvey right now is officially located east of Houston. This is very good news as for additional rainfall because it means the dirty side of the storm, the side with all the bad weather, the flooding rains and the tornadoes, it's no longer here. It's gone, and the farther and faster it can move north and east, the better for our region. Still looking at flash flooding concerns, however, in the Piney Woods and also the Sabine River area, Lafayette, also up through Shreveport, especially east into northern Mississippi, western portions of Tennessee and Kentucky, where flash flooding could occur, but of course nothing like we've seen here in the Houston area with a record rainfall in our KHU 11 viewing area, exceeding anything we've ever seen in the lower 48 in recorded history from one event. It's kind of amazing and horrible. High pressure right now in the Gulf of Mexico and high pressure in the Intermountain West. Two features which normally we associate with sunshine, but in this case, trapped Harvey. Now with the cold front coming through the Midwest and Northeast, that's going to pick up Harvey, and that's what will eventually move it. But look at the path of this thing, how it just stalled right there. 7-day forecast featuring sunshine, guys. The rain on the way out today. The sunshine coming out in spots already today to the west of Houston, Colorado County, Garwood, Eagle Lake, down through Bay City. We'll see some sunshine in Houston for tomorrow, Thursday. Look at the temperatures rising into the upper 80s to around